What?
Tomer Orel.
I have איך אומרים דוד? Uncle from Australia.
Are you from Israel?
My mother.
So you speak Hebrew?
Oh, you're Jewish.
Yeah, Jew.
Can we
We've got to go up there, but
Alright, yeah.
good on you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
What do you want to say? Say it.
Wait, say it real quick.
Say it real quick.
Bring they all now, everyone, and good luck.
Wait. No, we got no internet.
So many people are using it.
Yeah. I can't even get on the phone to tweak it. So like I think if we go back out to the outskirt, maybe it's all right.
We're not going there. We're going there. Right.
We can't come out that way, but let's go around. That, I think we can probably go out this way. Come out.
תקחו לכם מדבקות פה, יהודי לא מפתיע יהודי, מי שמאמין לא מפתיע, על השולחנות פה, הפעילים שלנו יעזרו לכם חבר'ה, תבואו, תקחו, חבר'ה, זה בחינם המדבקה, אין תירוץ, באמת להפיץ את המסר פעם אחרונה, כי עוד שנייה הם חוזרים, וזו פעם אחרונה שאנחנו צריכים לעשות מאמץ חבר'ה, להפיץ את המסר, יש פה מדבקות, יהודי לא מפתיע יהודי, מי שמאמין לא מפתיע, תבואו, תקחו חבר'ה, זה תחכה בשבילכם,
It's like I'm still not getting any internet.
Where are we going?
Hold on. What's the picture? I'll give you the 25. What? Yeah, I'm just trying to see where we're getting internet. Like, there's no point in being there if you're not getting internet. Give me your phone a second. Let's see if you can see something. Because it's probably cut up, but go to YouTube, see what's happening.
Are you having this? Probably look for it. It's not loading.
Yeah, it's not loading. So it's just giving us. It's giving us steady 20. It's not giving us internet. I reckon we head out. There's no point unless we pump something out, but. I reckon we head out to where it's less congested.
Right.
I don't know. We're not going to have time to produce it. You're not going to have time to produce this. Tomorrow they're getting released.
לא ימין, לא שמאל, החטופים מעל הכל. לא ימין, לא שמאל, החטופים מעל הכל.
Oh, here we go.
תמונת הניצחון היא החטוף האחרון. אנחנו כן מחזירים אותם.
Here we're getting it. Here I think we're good. For now. I think I might pull off the...
את כולם! את כולם! את כולם! לא ימין, לא שמאל, החטופים מעל הכל!
Hold on, I'm just going to turn off
לא
the...
ימין, לא שמאל, החטופים מעל
Just
הכל!
capture the people coming.
עד שהם חוזרים, כולנו חטופים! עד שהם חוזרים, כולנו חטופים! רק העם החזיר את החטופים! רק העם החזיר את החטופים! את כולם! את כולם! את כולם! את כולם! תמונת הניצחון היא החטוף האחרון! תמונת הניצחון היא החטוף האחרון! אנחנו כן מחזירים אותם! את כולם! את כולם! את כולם! תמונת הניצחון היא החטוף האחרון! תמונת הניצחון היא החטוף האחרון! לא ימין, לא שמאל, החטופים מעל הכל!
US Envoy Witkoff is meant to be speaking very shortly. We're going to stand back. The crowd's way too congested in there, so you can still see tens of thousands of people heading now into Hostage Square. We're about 200, 300 meters from the stage, but we're stepping back so we have internet.
תמונות הניצחון היא החטוף האחרון! עד שהם חוזרים, כולנו חטופים! עד שהם חוזרים, כולנו חטופים! קהל יקר, לי קוראים גדעון רוזנברג, ואני איתכם כאן. רציתי להגיד לכם, אנחנו בסימן של עצרת של תודה, ואנחנו רוצים להגיד לכם תודה, תודה שהייתם איתנו לכל אורך הדרך, תודה, 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 תודה. את כולם! את כולם! את כולם! תמונת הניצחון היא החטוף
Let's let the people
האחרון!
out.
תמונת הניצחון היא החטוף האחרון! לא ימין, לא שמאל, החטופים מעל הכל! לא ימין, לא שמאל, החטופים מעל הכל!
Even come in here, we'll talk to people walking in.
רק העם החזיר את החטופים!
spot. Let's go maybe right behind that police line. The crowd. If we go any closer, the internet drops because of the amount of people that have come out here in Tel Aviv tonight in a mix of celebration, hope, anticipation for the hostages that are going to be released in the coming hours. Expected tomorrow, so right now it's 8:15 p.m. here on Saturday night. So we'll try to talk to people coming in. I know Special Envoy US Special Envoy Witkoff is going to be speaking very shortly. So we'll listen into that as well. Otherwise, we'll talk to people coming in. Can you tell us why? Have you come every week?
No, even though I'm a survivor. I was in one of the kibbutzim on the 7th of October. I've been a few times, but the day before yesterday I've been with my mother, and we are really excited to have them home and end the war, and hopefully it won't happen again.
So what is tonight? Is it a protest? Is it a celebration? What exactly is it?
A celebration, completely. I mean, maybe some people come to protest, but I think the majority is a celebration of the return home of the hostages.
And what around the world we're still seeing today, protests in Australia, protests against Israel. For 2 years they've said to us it's about a ceasefire. Now there is a ceasefire. Why do you think people are still protesting around the world?
I think it's not about peace, because we don't hear in the protest talking about peace. I think they have this narrative about an underdog and the powerful, and we are presumed to be the powerful, and they just root for the underdog. They don't care about the lives lost. They don't care about anything but to protest, and I think a lot of anti-Semitism, of course, it's a big part, and that's why we'll keep seeing it. I think even after the ceasefire will be completed. Yeah.
Who do you think deserves the credit for this ceasefire?
I think it's a joint operation, but I give the most credit to Trump. I think he put his foot on the ground. He said, we got to bring the deal. But all the politicians in Israel, most of them, wanted a deal. So it's like a group thing, but I think mostly Trump, yeah.
Do you think if Kamala Harris had won the election, would be here today?
No, for sure. It's like Biden. I think the Democratic Party doesn't know how to deal with the Middle East politics, and yeah, we saw it during Biden, and we saw that Trump, the minute he stepped in office, he said, "Cut the bullshit. We got to do it now."
What would you say to people who think Israel, so Netanyahu controls America? What would you say to them?
No, I think the thing is that us in Israel and the US, we have a lot of shared values, and you can say it's because of one person or another, but you can see it for dozens of years throughout, from the left and right in Israel, from the Democratic and Republican in the US. It's entirely shared values. Yeah?
What's your message to Australia?
I saw a lot of crazy stuff in Australia. You need to get over the anti-Semitism, and you need to fight the immigration, and to make Australia great again.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take it easy.
Ambassador Steve Witkoff.
Rebel News.
Canada
or UK?
I'm Australia, but it's Canadian.
Oh, okay. I see. I watch you guys sometimes on Instagram and stuff. So I was curious if you guys have like a big operation.
Where are you guys from?
Oh, I'm from Canada, Israel, mixed.
Canadian.
I'm Canadian. I'm based in Israel. Yeah.
Well, why are you here tonight?
So I'm here tonight to support the families of the hostages and their return to Israel. I think this is a long time coming. You know, we were very hopeful. I was just abroad actually, and this is a great note to come back on. And I want to see Witkoff and Kushner. I think we have everything to thank to the Trump administration for this. And we're just glad to come support it all.
There's a lot of Canadians watching now. How long have you been here?
I've been in Israel about 8 years now. I was here, of course, throughout the war, October 7th and everything, but yeah.
Do you think Carney's recognition of Palestine pushed this along at all? Did any of what the... and do you think there's a difference between Trudeau and Carney's treatment to this or participation in it?
As a Canadian, look, I understand the move to pressure Israel, but I think that recognizing a Palestinian state now is not the right timing. I think, even though people on the other side argue it's not, I think it kind of incentivizes a lot of the violence and anti-Semitism we've seen around the world that Hamas sort of perpetuated on October 7th, and I think it sends a bad message. And I think Carney, yeah, he's absolutely a continuation of Trudeau's policies, and it's kind of sad to see the direction Canada's going in right now, to a certain extent. And you know, I hope it changes soon for the better. And I think this is a good start, and I hope Israel-Canadian relations can improve.
Do you think Carney's any worse than Trudeau, or just more of the same?
More of the same. I am a bit surprised considering he has an economics background. I seem to understand that his policies are actually fiscally worse as it stands right now. So I thought there would be change, but I guess it's more of the same, you know. I guess he just rode the hot hand of, you know, Trump's tariffs making Poilievre look bad, so... Well, hopefully things change, though, you know.
Is today a celebration or is it a protest? We've seen this protest for 2 years in this location.
I mean, I don't think it should be a protest. I think it should be sort of like what they call like a sensitive celebration, like being joyful that they're coming back, but also recognizing there's a lot of hardship that they went through. But I think that, yeah, I think this should be more towards the celebration and joyful side than a protest of something at this point in time.
What's your message to the Canadians watching this?
Well, I hope that in Canada we can improve our relations, and I think hope things can get better, and you know, recognize that you know we're also suffering through something here. I recognize this is not all destruction all around us, but I think that from our perspective, there's a lot of healing that needs to happen internally as well. I know a lot of people don't understand what's going on here in Israel, but I hope that they can recognize that in Canada, and I hope you know, relations can improve again and be what they were as a proud Canadian and Israeli.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. You guys do good stuff. Thanks.
Well, you can still see the crowd. Look, just get an idea, because that's, you know, you guys walked with us. I don't know how choppy the feed was, but it's packed all the way up until probably, you know, 500 meters. And this is just one side of it. It is enormous here. There are tens of thousands of people at least here tonight.
First and foremost, I want to honor the people of Israel. Your strength, your resilience, your unwavering spirit through unimaginable pain and loss. You have carried the weight of hope on your shoulders for the entire world. You've prayed, persevered, and you've shown the world that peace is not weakness. It is the highest form of strength.
Alright, the feet's working here.
Through fear, you never let go of it. Your courage inspired the world, and it was your belief, joined with the bold leadership of my friend and President of the United States, that made this peace possible.
The crowd now cheering on Donald Trump for crediting him for this peace deal. I think everybody here is grateful to the president.
This moment was made through the tireless dedication of leaders who would not rest until the world saw what could be achieved. One of them standing right here with me, Jared Kushner.
Jared Kushner is at the front. He's on the stage right now. Let's get there's a screen up here, see if you can capture it. Do you want to come back here?
To Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu,
Stephen Witkoff.
Okay. To Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay, let me just finish my thought. I was in the trenches, guys. Let me just finish my thought. I was in the trenches with the Prime Minister. Believe me, he was a very important part here. The Prime Minister and his staff, Ron Dermer included, have both sacrificed so much for this country and devoted their lives to the service of Israel. Their dedication to the history and destiny of this nation stands out tonight. They've given everything, their time, their energy, and their hearts, to building a safer, stronger future for the Jewish people. Their commitment to this country has never wavered, and it never will. We thank you. The President thanks you. Thank you. And to President Donald J. Trump.
The crowd cheering, "Thank you, Trump," as far as you can hear in response to Stephen Witkoff.
To President Donald J. Trump, a man who is a humanitarian through and through, with the indomitable spirit, who once again proved that bold leadership and moral clarity can reshape history and change the world. We all owe a debt of deep gratitude to President Trump. In the worst of times, he refused to accept the idea that peace in the Mideast was out of reach. He brought together nations once divided. He brought together nations once divided by generations of conflict and showed us that shared peace is stronger than shared pain. History will remember that when others doubted, President Trump believed. He is the greatest president in American history, and we're here because of him. He showed the world that strength and peace go hand in hand. They are not opposites, they are partners. To the Arab leaders and partners of ours who meant so much in this negotiation, including President Erdogan from Turkey, including Sheikh Mohammed from Qatar, including the Emir, including President Sisi, all of whom played a critical and an integral role in this peace deal. I say thank you. Each of those Arab friends and partners of ours, each of them come from nations that chose reconciliation over resentment. Thank you for showing that the future of this region can be built not on the ashes of old hatred, but on the promise of shared hope. And now, from the depths of our hearts, we honor the families of the hostages. Each and every one of you have carried the moral weight of this nation. Your courage has moved the world and has touched me in ways that I have never been touched before in my entire life. You have Thank you. Thank you. But if you keep me here all night, then Jared and Ivanka won't get to talk to you. Your courage has moved this world, I say to the families. You have prayed through endless nights and never let the world forget who your loved ones are. And in this way, you honor and you bless them. To the hostages themselves, our brothers and sisters, you are coming home. Woo! Your faces, your names, your stories have lived in every heart here tonight and in mine since I began this job. Your endurance, your faith, your will to live have been symbols of the human spirit that cannot ever be broken. And now, as you return to the embrace of your families and your nation, know that all of Israel and the entire world stands ready to welcome you home with open arms and endless love. And let's not forget the people who have lost children who are not coming home. Members of a very terrible club that I'm a member of myself. We remember the heroes and the innocent souls who are no longer with us, those who were taken from us on that terrible, tragic day, October 7th. and those who have given their lives since then in defense of freedom and their nation, in defense of this country, Israel, in defense of peace. Their memory is a blessing. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. From their courage, we draw our strength, and from their love, we find our purpose. This peace is their legacy. It is a promise that their lives will not be remembered only in sorrow, but in the hope of a future without fear. So in closing, I say, may God bless the souls of the fallen. May God bless the hostages and their families as they return home. May God bless the state of Israel. May God bless the United States of America. And may God bless Donald J. Trump, the greatest president the world has ever seen. Thank you.
I agree with you. Thank you, Witkoff. I've had the great honor for the last 10 months of working with Steve very closely, even more so in the last month. And I have to tell you, it's been an honor to me to work with such a special man who's approached this impossible task with a full heart and with a full commitment. And when things got tough and we ran into brick walls, every time that happened, we just said, let's make a new plan, let's try again. And that's what being partners with Steve is like. And I also have to say, working with President Trump on this, his commitment to seeing peace, to seeing the hostages return home, to seeing Israel secure and safe, and to seeing the entire Middle East stable and thriving is unmatched. That's right. Thank you, President Trump, for the amazing job you did and for your commitment to bring this horrible conflict to an end. October 7th for me was a shattering day. My wife and I were at a friend's wedding in Colorado, and I remember hearing the news, and I just went to the hotel room, and I was looking at videos and trying to speak to whoever I could to get information, and I just stayed there all night, and I cried. Seeing some of these acts that were committed on that day made me think about how fortunate we are to have a society with rules and laws and people with morals, and seeing these horrific, barbaric acts shocked me to my core in a way that I'll never be the same. Since then, my heart has not been complete, and it's been a tremendous burden that I felt to see these hostages come home. To see their families get the closure they deserve and to end this nightmare. And also to see the suffering end for the people in Gaza, who, for most of them, were experiencing this through no fault of their own, other than being born into a situation that was horrific. We're not going to celebrate tonight. We're going to celebrate on Monday when the phase 1 gets into conclusion. But what I did come here tonight to say was that I couldn't be more proud to see the way that the state of Israel and its people have carried themselves through this traumatic, unthinkable, horrific experience. Instead of replicating the barbarism of the enemy, you chose to be exceptional. You chose to stand for the values that you stand for. And I couldn't be prouder to be a friend of Israel, somebody who supports Israel, and somebody who fights very strongly to see Israel survive, succeed, and to achieve its fullest potential. Thank you. All I know, and I have complete confidence in this, is that what will rise from this trauma will be a level of greatness, a level of achievement, a level of impact on the world, a level of leadership that Israel has never seen. And I encourage you all to go forward, to seize that opportunity. And as we close this chapter, let's learn from the challenges and the pain of the last few years. And let's do our best to make Israel, to make the region, to make the world as peaceful, to build bridges of understanding, to eliminate hatred in ourselves, hatred for others, and to really lead with love and understanding. So I thank you all for the tremendous commitment you've all shown, for the support that you have given to these amazing families through such a horrific time. And just the final thing is, I just want to thank the amazing soldiers of the IDF. Without their heroism and brilliance and bravery, this deal would not have been possible. So really want to give a big tribute to them. So God willing, we've accomplished the first phase. It's been very, very rocky. Steve and I will one day tell the stories. They'll make you laugh, they'll make you cry. It was crazy. I noticed he had no 4-letter words in his speech because I think he used them all up in the negotiation. But I think that it's a really great thing, hopefully, to celebrate Monday. So really an honor to be with all here tonight, and I'll introduce my wife who wants to say a couple of words.
Thank you, Kushner. And thank you, Steve. And thank you, President Trump. Tonight, as we stand here together in Tel Aviv, we honor the strength of every family waiting, praying, and believing. Over the last 2 years, the President, myself, Steve, Jared, and so many of others have met these incredible people, and I'm in awe by their strength and conviction in spite of such suffering. And the President wanted me to share, as he has with so many of you personally, that he sees you, he hears you, he stands with you, always, always. The return of each hostage is not only a moment of homecoming and relief, it's a triumph of faith, of courage, and of our shared humanity. We pray, and so many people are working so hard to ensure that this coming week is one of healing for you all. one of healing as we begin and embark on the next chapter, which, God willing, after far too long, will be a lasting and enduring peace. God bless you all for standing in solidarity together through this dark chapter. And we're all praying for Monday and beyond, so thank you.
Well, there you have it. That's US Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner,
Thank you.
and Ivanka.
What I heard from the police, there are 400,000 people saying thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Mrs. Ivanka. Thank you, President Trump.
Come here. So we just heard there from...
As a mixed bag of emotions tonight. We have emotions of
So we've just heard from Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, Ivanka Trump, who addressed what the police are saying, 400,000 people here at Hostage Square, massive crowd. When we tried to go a bit closer, our live stream dropped, so we've pushed back to kind of the edge of it. Benji and I just arrived in Tel Aviv tonight. We are completely jet lagged, but we had to be here, part of history, to join, to show you, to bring you here. We'll talk to some people. Guys, if you support our mission like you did, I think it was October 9 or 10 when we arrived here, right after the brutal terrorist attack Hamas perpetrated on Israel. The truth about the war.com. We've circled back to come back here at the end as Trump's peace plan is implemented. We'll be here also into the week as Trump visits and Tommy Robinson does his state visit. But for tonight, we're going to go around, we're going to talk to people about why they're here, what's different about tonight, and who they credit for this. It was clear by much of the crowd that they're crediting President Donald Trump. I think we'll just stay at the edge here and talk to people that are attending tonight to get a feel for why. I saw a couple of signs. I wouldn't mind talking to the people holding the sign. Get away from the music.
ואתה תוך רגע מתייצב ספו כמה את המכונית שלך אתה אוהב אז בוא נלך לסרט לדיון מה שעשינו לכנסה שירים ושפטרים כמוה מתי תחזור
I reckon here could be a better spot. We'll just wait for people with good signs to come by and talk.
Good.
There we go. All right, they finished that music. I didn't want to be too close to that.
תודה אנשים יקרים, איזה כיף לראות כל כך הרבה אנשים, 400,000 איש עוד מנסים להגיע ולא מצליחים, יאללה איזה כיף לראות את כל האנשים האלה, תודה רבה לכם שאתם פה.
Was it better in the light there?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, okay, we'll go in the light. I'm just moving around to try to find some people that are. So you guys understand? Benji and I just arrived today. What was it, like 20 hours traveling? We dropped everything to come here to capture this historic moment, Trump's peace plan phase 1 coming into effect. It sounds like on Monday the hostages are being released, and that's the first phase of the peace plan that nobody thought was possible. A lot of people here, I think the majority of people, especially here, are crediting Donald Trump more than anyone for this peace, which is incredible. So we'll talk to some of the people attending tonight and why it's different. Maybe come around so we can capture people. Capture them as they're leaving. Police are estimating about 400,000 people here tonight as part of this celebration in anticipation of the release of those hostages. Still people flocking to the square, to this rally. I don't think people are calling it, when we're asking them, they're not really calling it a protest. Tonight's more of a rally, a somber celebration. I'm trying to see people that have signs that we can ask them about their signs, but it seems like most people.
לקראת חזרתם של כל חטופינו היקרים, האזרחים, החיילים, האבות, האנשים, ולא רק החטופים חוזרים, אלא גם החיילים והחיילות בסיום המלחמה, ועוד רגע נחזור להיות נורמלי. גם אני שמח היום בשביל אחיי ואחיותיי למשפחות החטופים שעוד רגע קט יכבדו את יקיריהם. אבל אני רוצה לשתף פה עוד הרגשה.
I'll go too close, the speaker's going to be too loud, isn't it? Yeah.
הרגשה של פטיש במשקל 20 טון.
Still loud? Should we go to talk to people further down? Come, we'll go walk a bit. There's basically, it's too loud and too many people there. Let's hear from people on the periphery.
זאת הרגשה שאני ואולי 27 משפחות, נקווה פחות, עומדים להרגיש עם כמעט 2,000 משפחות גיבורות שלא רצו להיות גיבורים, שהקרבה של יקיריהם מאפשרים לנו היום, לעם שלם, להיות פה.
Credit to Benji tonight because we are wrecked. The jet lag is real, but we came straight here to, as soon as we heard that that there was going to be some sort of rally. I assume there would be, because for Saturday nights here, for at least the last year and a half, close, coming up to 2 years, there have been rallies at this, what's been named as Hostage Square. They varied in size. Tonight's a huge one, but a different atmosphere, an atmosphere of anticipation, excitement, relief. That's the vibe we're getting in comparison to only a few weeks ago when Rukshan and I were here at this same protest, where it was a feeling of depletion and sadness and anger at the government. Here there's a lot of thanks being given, appreciation given to mostly President Donald J. Trump. Let's read some of this. Yeah, let's read that song. Do you speak English? Can you tell us what your sign says?
It says at last there's an agreement. Now we are wishing for elections and that you will disappear. And it means for because of our prime minister, which want to kick him out of the.
So who do you credit for the deal that's passed now?
To President Trump, of course. Well, Bibi was forced to do it. He could do it 2 years before, but Trump forced him to do it.
So there's a lot of people around the world that actually think that Netanyahu is the one that controls Trump. You don't agree with that?
When it comes to Trump to the head, so it's opposite around. If you heard the White Coat was speaking about Bibi Netanyahu, and you heard the reaction of the crowd here, it was outrageous. We are only sad that Trump didn't force him on January when he was elected to a president. Trump can do anything he wants to.
So you've been coming to these protests for a long time?
Yes, for 40 weeks, something like that.
Is tonight different?
Yes, it's a lot of crowd and the atmosphere, it's much happier. It's happier. We're never been happy. Today there's a lot of people and you see everybody is smiling. Yes, of course. It's a great feeling today.
What is the feeling? Can you describe it?
Well, it's a feeling that we are in the end we're getting our brothers back home, and there's an end to this terrible war which our Prime Minister put us into because of his political interests.
Jared Kushner, he said on stage that he believes that the actions of the IDF in this war is what made the deal possible. Do you agree with that, or you?
No, it was a waste of time, a waste of blood, of our blood and the Palestinian blood, and of course Israel have done outrageous things, horrible things which most of the people in Israel are not aware of, and we could get such a deal on the first week of October 2023. It was a waste of blood of every side and a waste of time.
Hamas wouldn't have agreed back in 2023. Did they agree to such a deal?
That was asked in the first day to stop the war and exchange prisoners. That was they wanted to do for this is what they asked for from the first day.
But they refused to disarm. Now they're accepting to disarm.
Well, they are not disarm. And if you want to disarm the Hamas, the first thing you must do is to make an alternative. And our government didn't point an alternative. They don't have an alternative. If you want to ruin the Hamas, and everybody in the world want to ruin the Hamas, I mean, they think that the Hamas is a terror, you must nominate somebody who will replace him. Now, if you ask Bibi, who is going to replace the Hamas? He said, I don't want this, I don't want that. We know who is not going to replace it, but he didn't nominate our country, our government, who is going to replace the Hamas. Before the war, the Hamas was, Bibi said, and also Smotrich, they said that the Hamas is a strategic thing to Israel to avoid Palestinian state. They didn't change the word, the mind. Because of that, they didn't kill. They didn't finish the Hamas. They didn't change their minds. It's still a strategic thing to stop Palestinian land. When Macron had his idea to Palestinian state, you will see the Bibi said, hey, look, after the Hamas, we cannot give them a state. We don't give a state to the Hamas, we give a state to the Palestinians. But what he can say about against Abu Mazen? Abu Mazen is speaking about peace. So he said, yes, Hamas. It's still the Hamas as a strategic thing, as a strategic weapon against Palestinian state.
Abu Mazen, he does pay for slay as well, so he supports terrorism. In practice, they support terrorism as well.
Well, what do you consider terrorism? Menachem Begin was a terrorist.
Stabbing attacks, paying the families of terrorists to stab Jews. That's
Abu Mazen. It's not a saint person, okay?
That sounds pretty evil to me. That sounds much worse than anything Netanyahu does.
I beg your pardon?
That sounds a lot worse than anything Netanyahu does.
Well, that's...
Really, like, it's very... In Israel, I can hear the political divide, the anger, but sometimes I just don't understand the argument when it comes to... Like, I get it. If you don't like Netanyahu and you think that he prolonged the war, I understand that. But to then to argue that in any way he's comparable to the Palestinian Authority that actually pays the family of terrorists to kill Israelis seems absurd to me.
Well, Abu Mazen has the problems, and Bibi Netanyahu, which is responsible for the killing of thousands of people, is also does the same thing. There's not
just capture the. That's the Witkoff. Sorry, give me 1 minute. That's the American. That'll be Witkoff and Kushner and. Come, let's get a bit of the crowd responding to them. That's the American envoy, special envoy. This is who people here especially. Look, you got to remember this crowd is majority left-wing, many anti-Netanyahu. Why are you waving at them? Oh, you speak English? Why are you so happy? Rebel News from Australia.
Okay.
I see you're excited to see the...
Yeah, we thank them. We thank them for what they've done. They were on that all the time, and we appreciate it. That's it.
Most people here seem to think it's Trump more than Netanyahu.
All of them together have done it. Has to be all of them together. It must have been very difficult, obviously dealing with the other side. Definitely Trump has done the last move to make it work, and we thank them.
Did you ever come to these protests before?
Yes.
This tonight's different?
It's huge. But 400,000 people came today. It's huge. We hope it's not an early celebration. We still have the hostages. They have to come back. Hopefully this coming Monday. We hope.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.